senses, 6 words. I found my treasure in you. Bronze, silver, gold, no, it's you. I found my treasure.
One's ability to successfully engage with the world and even life generally is largely determined by the quality of early childhood education that they had. However critical and sensitive this stage may be, it is still important that it should be as playful, interactive, and even colorful as possible. Now tonight, Elimu Nguvu took into getting a clearer perspective of the early childhood education, including the right age to take a child to school. Welcome to tonight's show. I'm your host, Corazon Safani. Do remember to give us your feedback on our SMS number 22766, our Twitter handle at KUTV or at Corazon Safan, or our Facebook page, Elimu Nguvu, or at Elimune_Nguvu. That is the Twitter handle of the show. Children love to be at school. Here, they sing and learn a lot.
I found my treasure in you. Bronze, silver, gold, no, it's you. I found my treasure in you. Nothing less than that will do. 'Cause I found my treasure in you.
Learning at kindergarten school, and especially here at Kiddies, is a colorful and interactive event.
Melody so clear. When I'm lost, I'm still close to go, 'cause I found my treasure in you. And that's priceless, Mindy. And let me count my blessings. 1 life, 2 children, free time.
With teaching resources like sand, colors, glue, and an ambience that is warm and organized, learning could never be more fun.
And that's priceless, Mindy. And let me count my blessings. 1 life, 2 children, free time, 4 dreaming, 5 senses, 6 words. I found my treasure in you. 1 life.
The very young ones are in a playgroup. Here, they just come to play and play, an activity that has an objective too.
My treasure in you. Bronze, silver, gold, no, it's you. I found my treasure in you. Nothing less than that will do.
Teacher Anne is a mother who began her education journey with a clear path. When it came to her career choice, she has always known and been passionate about her calling in teaching right from the very beginning.
I'm Anne Joroge. I'm a teacher, and I'm also a mother of 2 twin boys, Mickey and Ricky. I'm also married to one and only husband, Francis, and I hold a bachelor's of education, early childhood. Yes, Nazarene University.
On your back porch, and I came on with a couple of calls.
Kiddie Junction started as a play group. We started with my boys, Mickey and Ricky. In fact, it started on their birthday, 4th September 2010. And they came, we stayed with them for some time, and by the end of the year we thought of continuing, start going to the kindergarten one, the following year. That was back in 2011, and Kiddie Junction started. By then I had 10 years working with young children. All along, I used to tell God that when I give birth to my own children, they'll go to my own school. And all along, I've been dreaming. Something starting, you must dream of something before you start it. So I knew one day, one time, that I will go with my children to my own school. And when they attained the age of 3 years, I was surprised that the time has come. here we are, it's the time to walk my dream. And we started with them because of that, and that's why we came to start the daycare. My mother is a retired teacher, and I could see, I envy the way she brought us up. And she used to tell me, and with my other siblings, that teaching is a good career. And out of 7 siblings, I'm the one who took her part of being a teacher, and she was very happy. But I remember when I was in secondary school, I taught our small brother, then our last born, how to write his name, and I was very happy to make him write his name. And from then, Mommy was like, you see, you are able, you can be a teacher. And I used to envy talking to children, and I used to personally do it. I could gang up with young kids, and I was a big girl, and I could train them, correcting them, and I saw, and especially when we were in secondary, I used to like so much my English teacher because she was my role model. Yeah, she used to be my good role model. So I wanted to do like her. But now, I initially wanted to be a secondary school teacher, but I had a passion of young kids. I remember when I was in training, when I was doing my ECD, because I did diploma in early childhood, I remember when I was out to look for attachment, now the teaching practice, my dad took me to a very good school in Nairobi, and the director there was like, why did your daughter choose to be an ECD teacher? Why can't she go and do a very good course in something else? And they organized, and due to respect, I kept quiet and waited for them to talk. And on our way going home, I told my dad, no, I've chose to be a kindergarten teacher, and that's what I'm going to do. Wait first, I finish, and when I finish, if I'm not comfortable, I'll continue and do the other course to something else. But after I got my attachment, he was happy because that's what I told him I'm going to be, and up to today, I'm proud to be an ECD teacher.
It's hard to see or say the word.
We are in a very competitive world and country. Our country need a lot of information from us. We are living in a country where children need to be very smart to work in the world, and especially as teachers, we need to style up, and we need to work extremely hard to develop a holistic child. The children need to be taught by a qualified teacher, a teacher who has information, a teacher who is developing the child holistically, that is the physical, spiritual, emotional, and the teacher who can understand the child's personality. These children, all of them, comes from different background. They are individual, they have their personal differences. That this teacher need to be well trained so that the teacher can be able to understand that the children are coming from different backgrounds, and they have personal differences. And also the teacher need to be a very good role model that the children can emulate from this teacher. They also need to be passionate. The teacher needs to have a call that this teacher must be not a teacher who is taking the career like by the way. You cannot fake for a long time. If someone is faking to be a teacher, it will fade out. It is just a matter of time, and then someone realizes it is true you are faking. You are not doing something that you really like to do. Because like when they are in the training, they go for 2 years. For 2 years, we are able to identify who are real teachers and who are not. Some drop between the term because they've gotten fare to come to Nairobi, and they've gotten alternatives to do. And what I normally personally say, that we are going to be judged by what we are doing. It is very wrong for someone or an individual to accept to go to become what you are not. And also, it is also wrong for the trainers who train people who are not teachers. Also directors who keep teachers who are not real teachers, because to me, they are not giving the children the right thing. Because like there are so many teachers out there who are there to earn a living, but not to change the minds of the children, which is very, very wrong.
And in the field, the teachers are playing it.
You have to jump around with the kids. You have to be fit, because you cannot tell children to jump whereas you are not jumping. Yes, we have to be role model. Tell the children to run. You also run with the children.
And she has resorted to giving a helping hand to the girls who need help and share in her passion. Many who have successfully reached their dreams under her guidance.
I also feel it is important to reach people in the society. I use the word of mouth. I speak to friends. Friends speaks to friends. And that's how people come to know that, like, I've started a program whereby I pick girls from the rural homes. Like those ones, I picked them from rural home through friends, and I heard they were in difficult situations, and I took them and we came, we talked, and they said they are ready to learn and they have no means to learn. And we organized the way they can share house rent. And initially, I gave them an opportunity to teach in the school daycare. Others, I talked to my fellow directors around, gave them some jobs of handling the playgroups and the daycares, whereby they were able to raise few money that could cater for their upkeeps and their training. So they kept on paying. We had a program of how they used to pay. They were paying every month. They could pay 2,000 to the college. By the end of the term, they were able to raise the school fees. We normally undergo some interview. We take some interview with the girls, and we see how interested they are, so that when we are instilling the training, we make sure we don't train anyone. We train people with passion. Like there is one girl that we started the school with, and currently she's here. She's been here for the last 6 years. She started the training, and she was paying her own college, and she did very well. She passed her certificate. She got a very nice credit, and she enrolled to do the diploma, and she probably got a very good diploma. And to motivate others, we also give her a job. She's one of the tutors.
I was once staying with my cousin, Josephat. While selling in his chemist, I met Anne because she used to buy medicine from there. Then we started being friends with Anne. She told us that she wanted to start a school. Then since we were friends, she suggested that I can join her so that she can train me. Also, she was thinking about starting the college at the same time. Then I was one of the first students joining the college. We were 3 of us. Then we continued until now. The ECD sector caters for the holistic development that nurtures individuals from different perspectives. In fact, it makes someone patient because, you know, dealing with these young children, you have to be patient. You have to be somebody who is caring, since each and every time you have to follow them, following their steps, be it toileting, be it their feeding. So I like to advise these young girls, although even the gentlemen can join the ECD because it's the best. We feel so great when we are in the ECD sector because it even teaches one how to stay with the people, or handle the people among the community.
She's not the only one. We've been doing that. She's the initial person who started the beneficiary, and now that's what we've been doing. We also have some other girls who are now diploma student first year. They came last April, and they started that. What I normally do, I advise them to pair in fours, so that at least the retro money they earn, they're able to share the house costing, the rent, and any other expenses that they're able to do. Yes, and the retro money they remain, they're able to pay the school fees. I think long time ago, the responsibility of bringing up a kid was holistically directed to a mother. So we must bring the mother figure here. These children are nurtured. These children are too young to be nurtured by fathers. That does not mean that we don't train men as ECD teachers. We train them. But basically, we give the first priority to ladies. And but by the time the child in baby class, the children are comfortable being handled by men, just to bring out the mother figure, toileting, the cuddling the baby when the child is crying, feeding the children. And also ladies are very patient. They're patient and they're warm. They're very warm. But now when it comes to class 1, class 2, lower primary, continuing that way, also men teachers handles. Like in our school, we have men teachers. We are proud to have them, accommodating them, and they are happy to have young kids around them.
Let's go across. Across. Now teacher is going down.
And as you sit there making me daisy chains, and I throw it up in a grenade and tell you how it is, I really
What we do, when a teacher comes to look for a job here, the teacher must be qualified, trained by the right body, that is the Kenya National Examination Council, and the teacher should be a holder of certificate. For the primary section, must be a P1 teacher. For an ECD, the teacher must be having the certificate. And also, we advise the teachers to advance their education. Like currently, we have 2 teachers who are in Kenyatta University pursuing their degree, and we are very happy about them because they have the passion of that. We also train teachers in diploma examined by the NEC, so we encourage them to advance their education so that whatever education they get, they are able to give it to the children.
My name is Abigail Akinyi Ndeda. This is Kidi Junction School. I teach in baby class. Here we call it kindergarten 1. Yeah. The age that I'm handling in this class, we start from 3 years, and maybe we actually take kids from 3 years. Yeah, that's a good age to start with in baby class. Yeah. What would happen is maybe the parent insisted for me to take a child who is 2 years, and she or he has not reached 3 years. It would be a little bit difficult because I wouldn't like to lie to the parent and take the child, because I very well know the child has not reached the age in which we should take baby class. So what I'll do, I'll take the child, I'll put her in another category that involves other things, because in 3 years we do a lot of activities. There's writing. At the end of the year, they should know how to write. But when you're 2 years, they haven't developed the motor skills. There's no hand coordination very well. So the activities they do is maybe singing or maybe coloring to prepare them for going to baby class. At kindergarten 1, we see in a year we have 3 terms. There's first term, second term, and then we have third term. Now during first term, there's that singing. They sing a lot. They do a lot of modeling. They do a lot of coloring. We see it will strengthen their hands. They'll have the the hand coordination. There will be eye and hand coordination. They'll know how to handle a pencil by the end of the term. Now when you come to second term, they'll know how to use a pencil, because most of them you will find they are holding the pencil like this. Now you have to teach them to handle the pencil. Now second term, we introduce the sounds. Now we become thorough with what you are doing. The lessons are more serious. Learning now is more serious. And by the end of the term, they should know how to write sounds. They should know how to write numbers. Yeah, so second term much is expected from them. Yeah.
So how do you then, in your observation, the abilities of a child who is younger and a child who is older, do you probably realize or see that children who are older catch faster what you're teaching them than the ones who are younger, or is it based on something else?
You let me keep you entertained with stories I exaggerate that you know aren't true. And as you sit there making daisy chains, and I throw in a hand grenade and tell you how it is.
Okay, in my experience of teaching, I've come to learn that those who are older, they learn faster, they are more energetic than those who are younger. Or if we're speaking about age, not about size. So those who are older, they learn, they are fast in learning. And those who are younger, they still have that babyish. Let me say, they are still like babies.
They need more of the mother than the teacher.
They need more of the mother than the teacher. So they are best put in another category than those who are older. Because now when those who are older, when they meet in the same group, there's that they're in the same level. There's no feeling inferior or others, they're feeling they are above others. They are in the same level. Yeah.
And what is the one thing that a child has to learn from this stage before they move to the next stage? That if they are not able to grasp it, it is not advisable for them to move to the next stage.
One thing you see now, what we are doing nowadays, we have something called sounds. Remember, like back in our time, we used to do A, B, C, D. Now here we have sounds, and for a child to know how to read, she has to know sounds, abu, kudu. And now these sounds, we use them to make syllables like aba, kada. And now these syllables, we use these syllables to make words. We use the words to make sentences, exactly. So for a child to move to the next class, sounds must be there. Sounds must be there. And this one, mango good, and this one, watermelon. What I would advise parents who maybe would like to bring children, I know parents, they are busy, and also I know maybe nowadays we have issues with house girls, so many parents would like their kid to go to a daycare or to a school. But what I would advise a parent, I wouldn't like a parent to bring a child who is maybe 2 or 2.5, because that child is not ready. So when you'll come and realize that child, by the time the time the child is ready to go to school, she's already bored with school. No, she's already bored. She doesn't want to go. There are those changes because you have introduced learning earlier. Because when that child comes to my class, I'll teach her with like the rest. I will not isolate her. I'll teach her like the rest. So the best thing is for a child to be put in a group setting. We call it here in Kidi Junction, we call it play group. So if a child wants to come and maybe she has not reached the age of going to school, we'd like her to bring the child here. We have a play group. We can take care of the child, before she joins the next class.
Elimu Nguvu now takes a short break, but we are coming back with lots more on this beautiful stage of learning. Keep it right here at KUTV.